Hi, everyone. My name is Aaron Pallion. I am the owner of On Your Mark Productions and one of the race directors for the Sugar Land Half, which is happening this Sunday. If you're watching this, it's likely you're registered for the event already, whether that is the half marathon, the 10K, or even the Kids Mile. I just wanted to make a brief video here to go over the website, things on the website, and the race itself and what to expect so that your day runs more smoothly and your race is even more enjoyable and successful for you. So first of all, thanks for signing up. Couldn't do it without you guys. We look like we're going to have about 800 people total in the race. Great first year showing for an inaugural event. So thank you for that. It looks like the breakdown is going to be about 400 in the half, 300 in the 10K, and 100 in the kids 1 mile. So I want to share my screen with you and just kind of quickly go over. We did get some emails of people that said they didn't know we had a website. It's pretty easy. It's just sugarlandhalf.com. When asked how they signed up, they, I guess, found us through Run Sign Up and signed up there and thought that that was our website. Since then, I've gone and added a link at the top of the Run Sign Up page that says, take me to the actual website so that there's no confusion. But this is our website. I'm assuming most of you have been here. Under the info tab, it works the same on mobile, but under the info tab is where all the information is that's important for race day. Our volunteers are full, which is great. I can say in all the years I've done this, it's very rare that we completely fill every station with the max amount of volunteers. So we had a lot of schools come to us from Sugar Land that wanted volunteer hours and donations. So you guys are going to be very well supported out there. Lots of volunteers, which is, I'm super happy about that. It's great. So back over to the info tab, scrolling down here, rules and policies, we'll go to that page first. I'm going to skip over the things that don't really affect or we don't need to go over as concerning Sunday directly. If I skip over it and you're interested, just come back to the website. You can switch from the half to the full, or the full to the half. Will allow that all the way up until race day. Selena can do that at packet pickup for you if you're downgrading. If you're upgrading from the 10K to the half, then you're going to have to pay a fee. So you have to do that yourself and Run Sign Up. You can make that change by going to Run Sign Up, signing into your account, clicking the manage/edit button, and then on the top menu it switches where it shows like transfer events, add-ons, that kind of stuff. Click on those links. It'll take you to what page you need to, which is transfer events, and then just go through the process. It'll charge you. You'll be good to go, and Selena can then get you your packet if you need to change. All right, so going down, weather looks a bit hotter than we'd like. I think starting temperature was around 70, 80 at the end. So make sure you plan for that. If you get hot easily, we'll have plenty of water and Gatorade out there. We'll talk about that a little bit later in the video, but just plan for that weather. It looks like it could be a little foggy as well at the race start. Rules, no pets in the race, no devices that aid you in forward propulsion. Strollers are allowed. If you're running with a stroller, we ask that you stay in the back. We also ask that if you're using headphones in a stroller, that you have one ear free of an earbud, because it's especially important that you hear runners coming up since you do have a stroller in the race. Headphones are allowed. That suggestion for strollers kind of goes for everybody. Everyone says, oh, well, I can hear you with my headphones on. I can tell you, you can't. Most of you cannot. We tell runners to move over numerous times with headphones on and they can't hear us. So while we allow headphones, we certainly recommend that you have one ear free of a headphone and the earbud is in the other one, so that you can hear us. That's not mandatory, just a suggestion. You can't put hydration on the course at any point. That's a rule break. We have hydration at the stations for you. That's to contain that mess and litter on the course. That goes to the next one, no littering. When you're in the lane out on the course, keep in mind this is an open course, or at least partially open. We get a lane for the runners. That's the right lane, cones going down the center. Now, in the other lane is going to be vehicles. Slow speed limit should be pretty safe, but don't run three wide across the lane, or too wide if you're taking up a lot of space. You're going to have people passing you. That's running etiquette. Make sure that people can pass without bouncing over that cone line and getting hit by a car. be aware of your surroundings out there. That just is a general rule. Most of the time when people have headphones on, we see it all the time. They aren't aware of those surroundings and people behind them trying to pass them. Just scrolling down here, guys. Your bib. So you're not going to have multiple layers of clothing when it's 70, 80 degrees, but make sure that bib is on your outermost layer and make sure it's visible so we can see your number. The timing chip is actually on the back of the bib. It's very small, lightweight. You won't even know it's there, but that bib is yours to keep. So just keep that bib on and outer layer the entire time. So restrooms, so that we'll have a bank of 10 restrooms that are near the finish, and the finish start are really close, but they're not exactly the same because of USA track and field certification for the course. So the finish line area, there's a bank of restrooms there that's about 10. We have 1 handicap, 9 regular, and then 4 hand washing stations there. And then out on the course, the 10K does not have a restroom. So if you're in the 10K, you think you're going to need one, take care of business before and after, and you won't have one on the course. If you're in the half, we have 2 at the 5 mile mark and 2 at the 8 mile mark. Okay. And that's it for the rules. Let's go on to the next page, race day schedule. At 5 a.m., parking opens. Parking opens at Smart Financial. We have plenty of spots there for the entire race to park. But if you want to park there, you have to be in by 6:30. That doesn't mean if there's a line, getting in line at 6:30, because at 6:30, we will close it and we will divert that entire line over to UH. The UH Sugar Land campus is directly across the street, across University on the other side, and has plenty of parking. It's a little ways away. So if you have to park there, make sure that you plan accordingly so you can run on over. Shouldn't be a problem even if you have to park there, guys, but we need to make sure we have a half hour to make sure there's no moving vehicles within the site, because we do a lot of the half marathon run, almost 2 miles of it up front, looping around that complex there. So the parking will be closed at Smart Financial from 6:30 to 7:45. So that means that takes care of the 10K as well, and I'll talk about that in a minute. We had to make a change, and the 10K starts at 7:30 instead of 7 with the half. So at 6:45, we will do half marathon anthem and announcements, and then at 6:55, the half marathon hand cycle starts. That's 5 minutes early, and then 5 minutes later, the half officially begins. And so those around 400 athletes will go out. We'll give plenty of time for them to clear the entire area. Once they're clear, the 10K will begin at 7:30. Now we've timed that where most, if not all, of the half marathoners, even the people in the back that are at a somewhat walking pace or maybe a bit faster, have crossed over that point on the half marathon course where the 10K veers off down Elkins. So we don't want that overlap if we can avoid it, where those fast 10Kers are catching up with the walkers in the back of the half marathon. Keep in mind, that's not perfect science there. I think we've avoided that with that half hour, but it's possible if you're in the front of the 10K, you might come up on those very last runners in the half. If that happens, just be courteous, run around them, be careful. Everyone's there to have a good time, guys, but it should be a very small distance if that does happen. Jumping on towards the end of the event, 8:30, the 10K overall awards, and 9:15, the marathon, half marathon overall awards. When I say overall, that does mean overall. We are not going to do age group ceremony because over the years, we've gotten a lot of requests for grab and go awards. So we have awards. They're beautifully framed awards for all the age groups and everything. Those will be at the timing trailer. We might move those onto tables over by where the post-race food is. Just kind of be on the lookout for those. You can't miss them. Selena and Kim will be giving those out, verifying your result. And once that happens, if you're in an age group and you didn't get an overall award, we will give those out to you whenever you come up and grab them and your result is official. If you did get an overall award, the podium will be up in the green space, very visible, and we will do those actual ceremonies at 8:30 and 9:15. The Kids Mile anthem and announcement starts at 9:55 a.m. and the 10 a.m. Kids Mile or at 10 a.m. the Kids Mile officially begins. It will start and finish. I believe I have it starting and finishing in the same spot. and it's just a mile out and back, or a half mile out and a half mile back for that mile. We will not have an aid station on that course, but we will have bottles of water available for any kid that wants it at the start. If your kid is signed up for the Kids 1 Mile officially, and you want to jog alongside, walk, run, whatever with your child, that's fine. You don't need to sign up. Next year, we're going to change that a little bit. It's going to be the family 1 mile, and everyone that's in it will need to be signed up. But we want to open it to more people than just the kids next year. But this year, it's just those kids. At 10:45, the event officially concludes. Originally, that said 11:15, but our start time was different for the half. We changed those times, but we did not change the overall time we give people in the half to do the race. That has always been 3 hours and 45 minutes, which translates to 17 minutes and 11 seconds per mile pace. If you're on the course and the cutoff hits, we're going to ask you to move off the course onto the sidewalks or grass. We will also offer you a ride in if you would like that. We cannot forcefully remove you from the course, but keep in mind that if you are on the course after the official closing of the event, that you do so at your own risk, because the cops will be leaving their posts out there. There is not a sidewalk that you can take on the right side of the road on University. There is one on the left. If this happens to you and you want to continue on the course on the left, you can use that sidewalk all the way up and just cross coming in, if you're one of those people that might get cut off. We're hoping that doesn't happen. We have to have this cutoff, guys, because roads just need to completely open at that point. That was one of the stipulations of the race. Of course, we want every person that registers to finish. Our goal is never to cut anyone off. If we do officially cut you off and you still finish, we will have plenty of medals. We have no problem giving you that. If you make it in and we're cleaning up and there's still food available, we definitely want you to have some of that. There should be, but just to be perfectly clear on the cutoff there. Okay, so that's the race day schedule. Let's bounce to packet pickup, which actually happens before that. Those of you that had your packet shipped to you, that happened a little bit later than I would have liked because of some shipping delays out of China. We did get we got a portion of those out last Friday and then a portion of them out this Monday. But because it was a holiday, those probably didn't get officially into the mail system until Tuesday, which means a lot of you are 1 to 2 day ships. Most of you probably got those yesterday. Some of you will get those today. If you don't have them by end of day Friday, that would probably be more of a concern for those of you that did pay for that packet shipping process. Undoubtedly, there might be 1 or 2 that just end up not getting it for some reason. Mail isn't the best all the time. If that does happen to you, we have plenty of extra shirts and bibs. We can figure that out race morning and take care of you. You do not have to come to packet pickup. Just let us know. We have you on that mailing list, so that'll all make sense. The other option other than in-person pickup at Fleet Feet over those 3 days was to purchase race morning packet pickup. We do not have race morning packet pickup as a general thing. It's an add-on, just like the shipping was. So if you add that on, we have a small list of people that can pick up that morning. But a vast majority of the race didn't choose either of those. And if that's you, you have to come to Fleet Feet on Thursday, Friday, or Saturday in Sugar Land, which was Texas Running Company. So it shows up as Fleet Feet if you search it in Apple Maps. All the information is on this page, this packet pickup page. And in fact, the email that I sent out, it gives you a QR code that is directly linked to your registration. Bring that with you and show that to Selena. It's a super easy way. We scan it. We know it's you. We assign you the next bib in the pile, give you a shirt, and you're on your way. And it's great. It's fast. You can pick up more packets than yourself, but we ask that anyone else you're picking up a packet for, you have their QR code as well. Each individual person got emailed their QR code. Now, if you register outside the times I sent those emails, you're not going to have your QR code. We can look you up by last name, but it does slow down the process. So try to have that when you come to packet pickup. Now, I already told you you're going to get your bib with your timing chip on the back. You're going to get your shirt. And the location, we have just one location. That's in Sugar Land. I know for some of you that's not convenient, but that's why we offered the packet shipping and the race day pickup. Now, we do still have the race day pickup open, I believe. You can log into your Run Sign Up account the same way I said before, and top menu item after you're logged in and hit Manage Edit, you should be able to hit Add On and switch to race morning if you can't make packet pickup. It is in Sugar Land. Here's the address for that. Packet pickup 1 is today from 3 to 7. You can see the boxes in the background here. Those are all the shirts and bib numbers. I'm going to go deliver those as soon as the video is done. So 3 to 7, please don't show up an hour, 2 hours early and ask to pick up your packet. It's not going to happen. While I'm dropping those off early, Selena's not going to be there to set up until it's her time to set up. She's there a lot of hours, and she's not going to get there super early for people that need to pick up early. The official hours are 3 to 7 p.m. on Thursday, 3 to 7 p.m. on Friday, and 12 noon until 6 p.m. on Saturday. Okay, please plan accordingly to get there, guys. And that is it for packet pickup. All right, let's go down here. And let's jump down to, we've already talked about the awards, results. There'll be a QR code on boards that you can scan. The results have already been updated here. This link on our website links right to the results, which are on the negative split website, but obviously that hasn't happened yet, so that's blank. Photos are being taken during the event. They are free to you guys. They'll be posted after. I'll let you know when those are ready. Parking, just to be very clear. Here's the address for Smart Financial. Parking is there from 5 to 6:30. At 6:30, you will be diverted until 7:45 when we reopen parking at Smart Financial. But from 6:30 to 7:45, you will be diverted over to U of H campus across the street. Okay, so course maps. I just uploaded these this morning. I had some illustrated maps. We had a lot of people request these. We went away from these for a while, but I think this course is simple enough. It's locked in enough for the future that I won't really have to change these maps around that much. So I opted to get these done last minute for you guys. We have a half illustrated printable PDF course map, and same with the 10K. I don't have the Kids K on here. I'll show you that on the satellite map in just a second. Kids K is very simple. I don't think at this point I'm going to create a whole illustrated map just for that. But I am not going to use these illustrated course maps to show you everything because they're separate and I want everything on one map. So I'm going to jump to this interactive Google course map. So if you're a volunteer, a spectator, even a racer watching this interactive Google course map is great because if you pull it up on RaceSite, it actually shows your GPS, little blue GPS dot within the map. So as you move along, no matter what your role is in the race, you can see where you are relative to your goal and where you want to be and exploring the course or whatever on race day. So if you click on that, now my view is going to look a little different from yours because I'm the actual editor of this map. This will look different. You won't have access to change anything, obviously. But if you zoom in, this looks a little bit more confusing. I will jump into the illustrated map to show you the beginning section of this. But parking's right here. And if you get diverted across the street right over here is all this parking that is available during the period of 6:30 to 7:45. So actually, let me jump over because I forgot how much easier it is to see this start on this illustrated map. So for the half, the start zoom right here, you can see how, actually, let's zoom out here, guys. Hold on one second. There, that's easier. You start a little north of where you finish. You actually finish, you're going to run through the finish line on your way out. And again, that was just for some measurement sake of the certification with USA Track and Field. So you're going to run down and you're going to run around the parking lot here and you're going to run down Lexington. Now, when you do this, this is the only section of the course where you're actually on the opposite side of the road. You're running against traffic. We have this whole road here, and this is one of the only spots on the course as well where no vehicles will be at all, and there's no open lane to traffic, at least for this first part of the run. So you're running against traffic in these two lanes. You come down and then you get into the normal going with traffic lane to the right here. And you just kind of loop around the Texas Instruments building here and you come back up. And again, here you'll be on the opposite side running against traffic. And once you pass the point where you share with people coming out and you going out on the course this way to the north, then you'll merge over to the right lane as you go out on Lexington. So for the half, you're going to be on Lexington. Now you're in the right lane. You get one lane coned off for you from this point when you leave Smart Financial. all the way for the rest of the course. You're going to turn on Sweetwater, turn right, and then turn right on Palm Royale. And then you're going to take this all the way. You're going to make a left turn on Commonwealth just for a short period of time. You're going to turn right. There's a traffic circle here that's kind of a pinch point. Cops will be there to control that, though. Right-hand turn onto LJ Parkway. You're going to take that down. Another right-hand turn onto University. You can run all the way University, all the way back up. And then when you come back up, there's a finish zoom area here on the map. You're going to come up University, turn right on Aberfeldy. You'll have one lane coned off here. And you're going to make a little zigzag here, a left and a right, back into the parking lot. You'll run through where the start originally was, and then you're going to make a left turn here and run on the left side all the way up to where you came out originally onto Lexington, but you're going to make a U-turn there. We just needed a little extra mileage at the end. Again, it's for certification purposes, but it's also good for spectators. They can be anywhere in this area cheering you on and see you a whole bunch as you're running this last bit. So you're going to run all the way up, make a U-turn, come all the way around, back down, and go a little bit south of where the start was, turn in, and your finish line will be right there. So that is how the course goes for the half. Let me zoom back out. Okay, so everything you need is on this course map. The water stations will have water and Gatorade, and you need to kind of shout what you want as you come up. Should be plenty of volunteers and all set up properly, hopefully. So the restrooms, remember, are at mile 5 and mile 8, and we have the hydration station starting at mile 2, and they run every 1.5 miles. So mile 2, you have one. Mile 3.5. This is the only area where I had to go a little past 3.5. I think it's more like 3.65, 3.69, somewhere in there. It's just availability with where I can put it, guys. So from, we'll call it 3.5. Now you're at 5, 6.5, 8, 9.5, 11. And at the end here, we don't go 1.5, we go 12. So you have one between 11 and 12, and then the finish line. So your finish line will have water and Gatorade as well. We'll have some beer. We're going to have some grocery snack type items, but then Taco Cabana breakfast tacos will be there as well, guys. So that's what we have for you. Let me switch over real quick to the 5K map. So basically the same thing, but here's how it's different. The start line's in the same spot, but instead of doing the big loop all around the whole complex and everything, you're just going to make a right turn and go out immediately. So we're going to try and spread you guys out a little bit more. Keep in mind, as soon as you leave this area here, you're going to be condensed down to one lane. So it's going to be a little crowded in the beginning. We'll try and spread you guys out in the start chute to begin with by narrowing it down just a little bit. And hopefully that helps. But just respect that, guys. Keep that cone. If you start running over that cone lane, once you get out on Lexington, it's going to be a problem. So just be aware of that. Now, at the end, you have the exact same run path that the half does, which makes it easy on everyone. You come in and you run up to the U-turn and back down to the finish. On the course itself, you're going to follow the same path the half did. You're going to turn, once you get on Lexington, you're going to turn right on Sweetwater, but you're not going down to Palm Royale to go out and do all that stuff. You're going to turn right on Elkins, and you're going to run down Elkins, which is beautiful, absolutely beautiful, down through here. And originally we had you guys going all the way down to University. That was a miscalculation on the total length of the course on my part. Plus that would have made the finish line different, and we want that to be the same for the half and the 10K. So what we're doing now, you're just going to turn right a little early on Commonwealth here, and you'll connect to the half course on University right there. There may be a little bit of a pinch point there with you guys pouring out and the half coming through. So just be aware and be courteous of others as you filter onto the course where you merge on University at the park right there with the half runners coming in. So just be aware of that. Let me close these and see if there's anything left that I need to talk to you guys about. Let me zoom in on the actual GPS map here to kind of show you guys. So the finish line where you come in here, we'll have some fencing on each side, some fencing up at the start here. We'll have an inflatable at the start with some fleet feet flags up here, and the on your mark inflatable at the finish here. And the medals will be here in Gatorade and water. And then over here in the grass area, this whole courtyard, we'll have the podium up on the very top. It's a stepped area. We'll have food and volunteer check-in. And the volunteer check-in is where race morning packet pickup for those select few. That's where you'll be as well to get your stuff. The restrooms are going to be tucked away in this corner as of now. We're still making sure that we can drop those earlier there. There is a concert the night before, so our setup has to be done early that morning. So we're just kind of seeing those may be moved. If they're moved, they'll be moved over to a parking lot somewhere in here. No one's parking here, just up in these lots. So, but look for them right here. And the timing, if you need to confirm times, or right now, as of now, awards will be over in the timing trailer here. But if they get moved, awards will be up in this green area here as far as the grab and go stuff. We have an announcer here, and we'll have a musician somewhere in this area here playing. Max Finn is great. He'll come out and do some live music. And I believe that is about it, guys. Let me get rid of this and just look at everything here. Yeah, I think I went over everything. So hopefully that gives you a more comprehensive look at what we're doing. And I know sometimes it's just nice, even though there's a website, it's just nice to have someone go over it all and just talk about it and actually see it in kind of motion on the screen here. So again, we appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching the video. We hope you have a great time, and we'll see you soon. Thanks.